All right, we're back in the Crew 2 again. So, for a lot of you guys that, are starting to play the game now when it's like this cheap, I'll just mention that real quick. The Crew 2 is currently on sale on Steam and you play for about a buck. So, if you guys haven't gone and buy it, then do so and come back to this video. So in the last one, we went through a little bit about how the summit works. Pretty simple and just like go through what you can gain from doing the summit and stuff like that. So in order to actually do the summit, you need cars. And what cars should you buy? That is sort of what we're going to go through today. I don't have all the these are the top, these are the best broken cars in the Q2 because I don't think there is that many of those that are currently still the best ones. I think you can get by fine with a lot of cars. These vehicles are gonna be like my personal favorites, the ones I use for pretty much most of the summits if there isn't like locked cars and stuff for the summit. Sometimes you have that you need to use this specific car for the summit and yada yada, but the overall like good cars for races, summits, all of that. So it's gonna be pretty much my personal favorites. And I'm gonna try to remember to do only cars that are like possible to buy within the game. And not like motor pass cars, stuff like that. Though the motor pass cars are possible to buy now as well, so yeah. This might end up being a like two-part video, sort of, because I don't think we're gonna have time to go through all of them, all of the categories. So yeah, the reason I'm scrolling to this is just because this is usually where I have the cars that I use a lot. So yeah, the Julia isn't like one of the better ones, I would say. I like it because I like how it looks. That is purely it. But all right, so let's scroll through here a bit, and yes, so this is gonna be like the first actual like really good car. This car is stupidly good for pretty much all the street races and for the summits as well, because this one is really fast for being a street car. So they kind of overtuned that a little bit, I would say. Let's see if we can do this. So I currently have it maxed out with nitrous parts, I think it was. Uh, Maybe we saw the little icon like on the top right. Yeah, overall, great sounding car, great looking car. I don't think it's too expensive either. We're gonna level one dude here. Is he running the RS5? He is. Okay. So overall, a really nice car. I really like how this drives, and is really good as well. And as I said, from the get-go, it's really fast as well. So really good car to start off with. And I mean, okay, it might be a bit too expensive if you just got in the game. So then if we want something a little bit like cheaper, the Eclipse is definitely a really good one. A bit worse handling, but still a really fast car. The bikes I would only recommend if you guys really do like driving around bikes. So I usually I can end up hopping on a bike and just run around in free drive. Very rarely I use them in races because they are just not comparable to the cars in this game. They I don't know why they did that. I guess they didn't want to overtune the bikes. I can understand that, but it's like they're not even comparable. There's no reason for you to use a bike in a race if you want to get the best times. If you do the race for fun, yes, of course you can do it with a bike, but yeah, if you're just grinding out, it's gonna be way better with cars. The R34 is it is decent. It's not the best one. It's not the worst one. It is if you want a good looking car that actually like handles well, drives well, all of that for a pretty cheap price. I don't remember the price of all of these since I bought them like 3 years ago or more. I think this one wasn't too expensive, so there's definitely one of them. Panamera I personally like. I don't think it's the best car, but I like how it drives, so I've been using it. Well, I haven't used it here a lot. I think I used it more in Motorfest, to be fair. Yeah, as you can see, I've driven it 1 kilometer, so I can't really speak about that one. I wonder if you can sort by how you have driven the cars. No. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So, yeah, the school bus I would not recommend. Or school bus, the freaking Combi. F20 is also a really good car. I've driven this quite a bit. This must have been early days because I don't remember driving this too much. Corvette Zero One, I have not even driven this one pretty much in this game. Though, actually, let's do this because I do want to drive that a bit. So yeah, uh, this demon is gonna be a multi-pass car, so this one could be quite expensive. Otherwise, you got this like the seal one is yeah, never mind. The seals one is a free reward that you get at level 100 or 300 or something. Ooh, what else do we have that's like good? The GTR is definitely good. This one is pretty really cheap. I would guess it's about like 500k maybe. Otherwise, the Huracan is definitely a go-to as well. This one isn't too expensive either, and I love this one. I just haven't driven this one because the Gallardo is like better. And then you got the Mercy. I mean, yeah, it, I would guess pretty much the Diablo, the Huracan, and the Murcielago is kind of in the same in terms of like good cars to buy and drive. You got some Porsches if you have some more money. These are Porsches like 700k, so it's not gonna be a starter car of sorts, but they are definitely good like to aim at because the Porsches have really good handling. RS8, sick car. I don't think this one was too expensive either. Uh, not that fast. Not that fast. This one is quite fast. I also think it's quite expensive. So that's gonna be more towards the top end. And yeah, here you have the regular GTR. As I said, really good car. Other than that, in the street category, it's like most of them are gonna be just preference. Well, pretty much all of them are gonna be preference. Like the R7, I like that one, not the fastest. I like the Z63, not the fastest one. I don't really know if we have any more. Okay, the RS3 is that can definitely be a good car. Like I said, I don't remember the prices of these, but if that one is like around 400k, that can be a really competitive car. Since it's quite light and it is really fast as well. Same with the M2, I think. I don't really like them too. This Abomination is also a good car. It's very very like unhinged in the handling, but the speed is there definitely. We shouldn't even talk about this one. That one shouldn't be in the game. Trackhawk, uh, yeah, maybe. I haven't driven this one, so can't really speak on that. Golf, the Golf 7, I haven't driven this one either that much. Kind of an insane car, to be honest, but uh, the Victoria is quite a cheap car, quite a bad car. Let's see if you can get away quite good with one of these. The Fair Lady is a really nice car to drive. For me, it handles very well. So I can definitely recommend that. I think this one is really cheap if I remember correctly. So uh, yeah, if you want that, it is available and good to drive. And I don't have all of the cars either, so you can actually do, yeah. So you have some more cars and stuff, but I just want to go through the cars that I own because that's the ones I've driven and I've managed pretty good with those. So drift cars, most of the drift cars are gonna be like cars that you don't have to buy, but there are a few that are really good. The M5 I am trying to understand. Look, I've been drifting in Cork Street, I've been drifting in Test Drive, I've been drifting in Motorfest. None of the games drift the same as the Crew 2. So the Crew 2 is very different, so that's why I don't really drift in this game anymore, because it's really hard for me to get back to this. But in terms of drifting car, the M5 is definitely good. I would say either the RX-7, since it's pretty cheap, the 370, or where is it? The 12Z. These are three great cars for drifting. And as you can see, we have the Nismo and then we have the Z34. So I don't remember which one I've driven the most. It could be the RX-7. So yeah, you're not gonna get that much distance on these cars since you're drifting and not racing. So yeah, I've probably this one and the RX-7 is the ones that I've driven the most. The Aventador is that's quite fun to drift around in, but I would say that's a late game car to get. You will rarely need this car. This one is purely for fun drifting. Then if we hop over to drag race, you have pretty much one car and one car only that you need to buy in this, and that is going to be the Corvette. The Stingray is way too fast compared to the other ones. This one can be a secondary one as well because this one is really fast also. So if there are two cars you're looking for in the drag race category, it's the Hop one and then the Corvette. That's like the two that you need. Hypercars. This is very like subjective. So whether or not you do like all of the supercars or whatever, most of these are gonna work. You have some that are slower for sure, as I talked about in the last video. The Devo is a really fast one. But if you want the fastest Devo, you gotta get the Magma or yeah, well the Magma is faster I think than the Emerald Storm. Either or, the both of the cars are unavailable at the moment because you only can get them through the summits. So that's one thing that is kind of bad. This one, pretty much my favorite car in the game. So just how it looks, how it drives, everything like that, the sound of it, I can really recommend this car. And I guess it won't be for everybody, but yes, I do really love it. The M500 is quite fast. It's quite a sick car as well. Just visually looking because it got this sick wide body kit. And it sort of reminds me of a Ferrari, but way more aggressive. I like it. I like it. I haven't had time to driven it a lot, but when I bought it, I drove it quite a bit. The P1 you get pretty much at the end of the game as a reward, so don't worry about that. It's a good car, but don't worry about it. You will get it later on. The 720S, I've driven this one quite a bit as well. I like it. I like it. It's not the fastest, but just fine to drive. The Egoista, Weird car. I bought it because it's cool and because it's pretty much not in another game. So for that reason, I bought it, and it served me quite well. Uh, it's fun to hop around. Not the fastest one that I have. Aventador, one of my favorite cars ever. Like in real life, all of that. Therefore, I've driven it quite a bit. Definitely not the fastest, but I've enjoyed it a lot. 458 Speciale, probably the first hypercar that I bought, and it worked really well as a first car, I would say. So I can really recommend that one because I think I bought it because it's one of the cheaper ones, and I think it might be faster than the Aventador. Not sure. Then, if you got some more money, the Centodici is definitely one of the better ones to buy. This one I have for money grinding in the special events, so that therefore I have that one. So I wouldn't say, except for that specific race, you don't need that Bugatti. Other than that, this is a Motorpass car, so we got the regular one here somewhere as well. I just can't seem to find it. The C7, also a good car. The 488 Pista. Haven't driven this one that much. Would probably say it's in the era, like in the same category as the 458. Convertible doesn't really matter, so either or of these are good. These are kind of in the same as the Aventador. They're not too fast. But yeah, I don't know where. Okay, here it is. The Chiron Super Sport. This is probably like the high end that I would recommend because this one is really, really quick. See if we can actually. Do I have this maxed out? No, I don't even. So just for fun, let's take the parts of the F1. The F1 is kind of cool. I haven't driven it a lot though, so okay. Let's throw on some parts and let's get this thing on the road. So as you can see, we're at 100 and up to 200. I'm gonna look to the side a bit because I have the mic straight in like my face here. So yeah, let's get it up on top of here and see what we can get on this straight. That's a car. I messed that up. So you can definitely do some crazy speeds with this. We're at 400 now, easily. I think even stock, it's like really quick. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna split this into two parts. So if you guys want to see more of this and enjoy this one, please let me know down below. If you guys want, I will be down to do more content on the crew too, because as I've said multiple times, it's a game that have enjoyed like so much throughout the years. Sadly, we can't really play the crew 1 no more, since that's a game that I really enjoyed in the beginning as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, let me know down below and I'll make that happen. Next video might be at Park Street, we'll see, or part 2 of this, I don't really know. But until next time guys, take care and I will see you guys then. Bye bye. Bye Discord.